on the east coast of the United States from the capital city, Columbia, South Carolina. You're listening to
Uncensored
with your host, Michael Vara. To talk to Michael Vara, dial 803-392-4566 or around the world on Skype. Just use Skype ID LNM Radio.
All right, folks, this is Uncensored. I'm Michael Vara. It's Saturday, and everything that can go wrong is going wrong, I guess. Had lights all set up right, everything good, and, well, then it got bright and sunny out, and, well, the blinds are open, and, well, it's fucking with my picture. But it is what it is. Folks, I do welcome you, and, I had planned this Saturday. I was going to get into conspiracies and that kind of thing, but then I had so much more that's pissed me off so bad that I thought, why the hell not just go ahead and cut loose this Saturday. So that's what I'm going to do, and I should warn you ahead of time. I should have warned you ahead of time. Parental discretion is advised. This is not Late Night in the Midlands. This is Uncensored, and it is Uncensored. So, I got a little bit I got some things I want to get into tonight, or today, I should say. So used to being on at night. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and start getting into some things. Number one, folks, so we definitely need, I don't want to waste this hour, goes by quick enough, so I don't want to waste it talking about what we need, but we really do need your help. So please help us out if you can, because without you, there is no us. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, we're getting behind, and you know what happens when that happens. Eventually, it's just blank screens, and I don't want that to happen. But it's just, listen. If my ass was a parking garage, it'd be fucking full. You'd get nothing else in it. I mean, that's how much I've been screwed. But anyways, one of the things I wanted to get into quickly before I get into any news is, again, I want to stress this book. Don't buy it. Don't buy Lessons from the Other Side. Go ahead and become a late nighter. You can get it free right on the website. Apparently the publisher has been putting some things out there publicly, acting like, oh, he's just such a nice guy. He's so fucking innocent, this guy, He's, if you wanted your royalties or if you wanted your book away from nearly worldwide publishing, well, then all you had to do was contact us. Well, I have news for you, beater. We'll just call him the beater. You do try to get a hold of these people, and you don't get anywhere. You don't get no answers back. I've sent cease and desist. I've done all kinds of stuff. So, and I'm done with the social media bullshit. I'm not going to go back and forth on social media. I blocked this jackass because I don't want anything to do with him. I don't even want to see him. He disgusts me just looking at him. And, and then people want, oh, look, well, this is what he said, this is what he said. A guy who I consider a really good friend, same thing, thinks it's all entertainment, tagging me in this bullshit. He thinks it's funny, and I think back of all the years when I've done the right thing. It's like, and sometimes I wonder, why the fuck do I do the right thing when nobody else does? I remember standing up against people like Richard Hoagland, Keith Rowland, and others, but it's just, I guess that's just me though, right? Everyone else, they get the golden carrot, boy, they jump right the fuck on it, don't they? Right the fuck on it. Yeah, I'm a little pissed off this Saturday. Not thrilled. It's a beautiful day out. It is. It's a beautiful day. So that's not a problem. It's people is the problem. You know what else is the problem? Fake fucking book. That's the other problem. Fake book is a problem. I'm telling you, I've got to get I got to get out there. They don't let you delete shit. So I'm working on it, but I'm gonna get. I got to get off of there. I mean, it's. I've had just as much success listener-wise and everything else without Facebook. These last couple of months have shown me I don't need that bullshit. I do not need that bullshit in my life. I don't need fake book. I don't need any of that. So, and look, as far as I'm concerned with that jackass over there who thinks he's running a business when really all he's doing is he's running himself right to jail. That's where he's going to end up because, I talk to people. I know what's going on. When you beat up women, that's what happens. You wind up in jail. And when you've got a record of it, of consistently doing it, you're probably going to wind up in jail. But that's not for me to judge. I'm not the judge. I'm not the jury. I'm not God. So that's between you and your maker. So good luck with that shit. So anyhow, yeah, I've got some news and discovery I want to get into. I wouldn't say discovery. I would just say some news. How about that? We'll save the discoveries for late night in the Midlands, and we'll keep the news for today. And here's some news you can probably use. So again, this book, Lessons from the Other Side, you can get it. You can get you can download it free. Just become a late nighter. And it's all yours. It's a free download. Well, it's a download. It comes with the subscription. How's that? So there you have it. What else did I want to say? I don't know. I guess basically what I'm saying is people have picked their sides. I'm not playing games anymore. Okay, there's no in-betweens. If you're with the enemy, I don't want contact with. I don't want nothing to do with you. If you're with the enemy, and he's the enemy, Nancy Pelosi's the enemy. These people are all enemy. And if you're with people like that, if you're with people like Woman Beater, I don't want nothing to do with you. And I'm not asking you to choose. You do what the hell you want. I'm just telling you, if you're on that side, stay on that side. Stay the fuck away from me. That's what I'm saying. Now, that being said, Mueller, the idiot on the witch hunt there, right? All these, last 2 years, he's got a nice paycheck. He submits a report on the Trump investigation to Barr, and, it turns out that there's no new charges. And they go on to say here that the transmission of the document ends a lengthy probe into the president and Russian interference, in which there was none. There never was. With Donald Trump. I told everybody that, but you just like Donald Trump. Look, I tried to tell you. Especially, it hasn't come out officially yet, but when NBC, fake news themselves, go ahead and announce that there will be no more indictments, I think that's kind of concludes the whole thing, personally. The transmission of the document ends lengthy ain't the word, probe. And the special counsel on Friday wrapped up his nearly 2-year investigation or witch hunt into Donald Trump and Russia and sent his report to Attorney General William Barr. So basically, it's over with. Now, I seen that Maddow or whatever. I seen the video. That idiot Maddow there over at MSNBC crying. Just crying in tears. Donald Trump. He had to have been guilty because they said he was, It's like she was crying her eyes out over there. Just amazing. Flu season nears the finish line, but is not going away quietly. The Centers of Disease Control and Prevention says the percentage of medical visits for flu-like symptoms for the week ending in March 16th was at 4.4% above the baseline of 2.2%. So this flu stuff, I'm wondering, some cities, some places have gotten much worse than the rest. And I know my hometown of Rochester, New York, there's from the reports I've gotten from people that it's been pretty bad there. Hospitals full. And this ain't all because people didn't get their flu shots, folks. Don't believe that bullshit. Because that's not why this happened. I think there's more to it. I don't know. Maybe it's being spread in the air. Something they're doing. But come on. It's all of a sudden people aren't getting their flu shots. And you got the United States, Italy, some other places that People are protesting, not wanting to get flu shots. They're fighting against this finally, and they don't like it because, that's how they get to secretly experiment on you when you go get your flu shot. And now you're not getting it. Now they got to find other ways to get this shit into your system. So they'll do it through the air, the water, the food, whatever they got to do. Probably genetically modified mosquitoes. They could send those your way. But I would be an Alex Jones conspiracy nut, right, if I said that. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention says the percentage of medical visits for flu-like symptoms for the week, again, ending March 16th, 4.4%. They say that, 44 states continue to report widespread flu activity, and 26 states are still experiencing high activity. Now, I didn't get no flu, but I did get a nasty cough. And there's still a little bit of it actually lingering. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, you'd swear you were dying when you get this cough. It's just unbelievable. My son's had it. I've had it. Autumn's had it. That's something else, speaking of Autumn. And then, I hate to break away and bounce back, but that jackass from the publishing company, he and his little commandants there want to bring Autumn into the fight, too. And see, look, if you got beef with me, that's one thing. You start bringing in other people, whether it be girlfriends or wives or kids or whatever it might be. Well, you're nothing but a punk-ass bitch, and that's all there is to it. So, and to threaten me and say that you could release whatever you want. Look, nobody blackmails me. Kiss my ass. You got something on me, release it, bitch. Release it. Okay? Go ahead and release it. Because I don't hide nothing from nobody. And half the shit you put out there is made up anyways. You're in a fairyland, this guy. He's in fairyland. He's one of those guys that probably gets in line for his flu shot because he's a dummy. I just had to get that out there, too. Again, yes, parental discretion is advised. I'm telling you, I'm not in a very good mood today. It's not that I'm pissy. It's just I'm sick of people's bullshit. I'm just so sick of it. American Political Thought Course. This is one. Here's another thing. This piss me off today too. Well, not to the point where my blood pressure rises. It just irritates. Like, why can't these people be in arm reach so I could smack the shit out of them or something? That's how I feel today. I'm just telling you how I feel. Don't get mad at me. I mean, I never said I was a goody two-shoe. American Political Thought. This course at the CU Denver removes all white men from curriculum. All white men from curriculum. Professor Chad Shimura, I don't know where he got that name from, explained to the students in the room that most traditional American political thought courses are too focused on the achievements of white men. Here we go again. White men are the enemy. We're evil. White devils. Damn you, white devils. As a consequence, he told us he had removed every single white male and their theoretical perspectives from the entire course curriculum. What a piece of shit, Really, what a piece of shit. You're not teaching these kids nothing when you remove anything. When you remove statues, when you remove flags, when you remove history because you don't like it, you piece of shit, it doesn't do any good. It doesn't do any good. You're not doing these kids any good. Because when you don't know the history, you fucking repeat it. And that's what's happening. It's being repeated. Because they're tearing it all down. They don't want nobody to know nothing. They want everyone to be dumbed down. Ask your smartphone. A series, tell me about the history. Well, we took all the white men out of it because they're evil bastards. And then they talk about slavery. But what they leave out when they talk about slavery, and here's a couple things they leave out when they talk about slavery. One of the things they leave out when they talk about slavery is that there were white slaves too. Just throwing it out there. And also how black people in Africa literally sold these other black folks as slaves. So, I mean, So I don't know. Why don't you just take everybody out of fucking history? Get rid of them all. Tear down every fucking statue. Take down every flag, right? I know. Demonetized. I don't give a shit. I don't have any money anyways. The bills are piling the fuck up. I don't care. Go ahead. Demonetize me. Kiss my ass. How's that? So here we got these colleges. We got these colleges who are just, picking and choosing. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, let's put this on the other foot. Now, look, I love everybody. So don't call me no racist. You can kiss my ass. I'm furthest thing from a racist as you can get. All right? And I don't need to explain why. I just am. All right? So let's look at it the other part. Okay, how about if we went and took, I don't know, Hispanics or blacks or Mexicans or any other race, any of them. Take them out of the history books. So let's teach class. Let's do a class. How about if I teach a class and I say, and today, folks, I've taken all the black folks out because, they're talked about too much, and as a matter of fact, we're going to erase Black History Month. We don't want that either, I mean, can you imagine the backlash there'd be? But this jackass can stand up and say, well, I have removed all the white male and their theoretical perspectives from the entire course curriculum. Well, because you're a punk ass, you know what? Oh, my good Lord. I just can't believe. And whose students are in these classes? And what are the parents doing? Smoking crack? Do they even care? I don't know. Just, it is what it is, I guess, folks. But it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. You're going to remove all the white men from the curriculum. And you hear this all the time in these colleges where they're dividing their congregation. There you go. Bringing it back. I mean, how hard did people fight to get rid of that shit, right? And these son of bitches are fighting to bring it back. And then they'll call you a racist for nothing. They'll call the president a racist because he wants to protect the border. But these people aren't racist when they want to divide whites and blacks. Oh, we shouldn't, this class shouldn't have any white people in it. This class shouldn't have any of this in it or that in it. Why do people put up with this? I mean, why? Why in the hell would you put up with that? I don't know. If my kids were in that course, especially if I'm paying for that shit, oh man, I'm yanking them right out. It's like, I don't care if you're getting a job at the 7-Eleven, you're not going there. It's amazing, folks. I'll tell you what, give me a couple minutes here. Let me take our break. We always take one break in this show. I feel like I need it now. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take it now. Hey, look at it. The lighting's all fucked up here. I don't know what I don't know what happened. I look like a ghost again. I tell you, this camera, I'm going to kick it right off. Well, anyways, we'll be back, folks. This is Uncensored, and it really is Uncensored, and we'll be back right after this break. So don't go away unless you don't like what you're hearing, in which case I don't give a shit. We'll be back. Guess what, folks? Late Night in the Midlands archive is deep, going back several years, and you can have access to it all by becoming a late nighter. Becoming a late nighter is easy and only costs $5 a month. Late nighters get access to so much more that others do not, such as the full 3 hours of the L&M show with bumpers and archives that go back years, the special video interview page, where you can watch some of the greatest interviews in studio on camera. The L&M newsletter will make you the most informed listeners because you will know before anyone else about special events, and so much more. So click the subscribe button today and become a late nighter. Most of all, you help contribute to keeping the L&M Radio Network on the air. So go to www.latenightinthe-midlands.com. That is www.latenightinthe-midlands.com and sign up now. At ChineseHerbsForYou.com, you'll find our line of scientifically advanced herbal formulas to promote, regulate, and maintain your healthy internal organ systems. At ChineseHerbsForYou.com, you will also find digestive and immune support, drive out cold and flu formulas, body and face herbal tea creams, health support, dog powders, an online VIP consult package. So please go to ChineseHerbsForYou.com, or you can contact us at 1-888-649-2182. That's ChineseHerbsForYou.com, or contact us at 1-888-649-2182. ChineseHerbsForYou.com.
On the east coast of the United States, from the capital city, Columbia, South Carolina, you're listening to Michael Vara. To talk to Michael Vara, dial 803-339-2559. Or around the world on Skype. Just use Skype ID LNM Radio.
All right, we are back. I'm back. This is Uncensored, and I am Michael Vara. And a little bit different than the show you're used to me doing. And that's what I did this for. I created this show on Saturday afternoon so I could let it all out. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. Anybody who don't like it, I'm not going to apologize. You don't have to listen. I'm sorry. I told you who I really am. I told you, I'm one of those people who control it. When you're, there's a time and a place for this. And right now, Uncensored is the time and place for me to use any language and say whatever the hell I feel like I need to say. And, people get offended by it. Hey, I get offended too. I get offended when you accuse my president of dwelling with the Russians, when the last president was the one who was colluding with the Russians. Remember when he thought the mic was off? Hey, after this election, I have a lot more flexibility. Yeah, because you can only do 2 terms. So fuck the American people. I've got after these idiots elect me again, and of course some of the cheating that helped get them in there. We could work with you, Russia. As a matter of fact, my Secretary of State will set up a private server for you, and you can go ahead and hack it. It'll look like an accident, fundamentally, they'll say. So there you go. You're Barack, insane Obama, Hillary, rotten Clinton. They get away with everything. Meanwhile, a guy who's actually doing the right thing gets accused of so much. All right, so we don't like the 5G thing. I get that. We're trying to get to him on that one. But the rest of it, my God, the jobs are back. I'm not going to sit here and be a cheerleader for the guy, but I am a cheerleader for the policy and what he's doing. I like it. That's what I want. This is what I wanted. So I'm not going to complain, but a lot of people do. He's a racist. Why is he a racist? As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and let's open it just for the hell of it. While I'm doing this, what do we got? A half hour to go here? Yeah, all right, I'll do. If somebody really thinks that he's a racist and you could give me one good reason, one good example, I'd love to hear from you. 803-339-2559. What the fuck? It's may as well open it. New data show. Just be patient if you do call. I'll get you when I get to it here. I got some stuff I need to get into first. But yeah, I do that often off the air. get on. My son gets on some of these apps and talks with people, and randomly it'll skip through people, and I'll get on there. I'll tell them, give me one good reason, one good example. They never can. You know what they end it with? Fuck you. You're a Trump supporter. You're a piece of shit. Okay. All right then. So basically, you've got nothing. I get that. New data shows more than half of young people in America don't have a romantic partner. I could probably tell you why. According to the general survey data, 41% of Democrats are without a steady partner compared with only 29% of Republicans. It says black Americans are more likely than white Americans to not have a steady partner, 51% versus 32% respectively. I don't know why they got to do all these statistics, but it says the share of non-partnered Americans is also higher among those unemployed, 54% up from 44% in 2016, just under a third, 32. Who the hell cares about all that? You know what? The reason I think that a lot of these young people don't have a romantic partner is because you've got all these apps out there now that suggest to them, well, you could just go get a booty call. Go get your booty call. Yeah, get on them sex apps and go get a booty call. You can, so that's what it's all about now. They go get their booty calls, and they don't want relationships. Most of them don't even know, at this point, if they're men or women or boys or girls, whatever, because they're told that you shouldn't decide on a gender yet, because who knows, in the future you might feel like a girl. But I talked about this last week, and YouTube demonetized me because of it. So we got to be careful what we say, because YouTube's so touchy. All right, let's go ahead and bring Cece in here. Cece, welcome.
What's up?
What's going on, my man?
No, I got about 10 minutes before I gotta bring Jeffrey on, and I'm eating and listening to you, and
yeah.
What else I was gonna say?
Well, shit. I don't know. So, what do you think about these young people in America that don't have a romantic partner? You think it's because they're being told they should have no gender?
I've been married for 41 years, and I don't have a romantic partner. What to say? I've had sex in 6 years, so
Yeah, well, that's what happens, right? You get married. Most people get married, and then the honeymoon's over, and it becomes like a partnership. It is a partnership, but it's the things that you really loved in that relationship kind of seem to sometimes be less and less.
Yeah, I gotta quit being so truthful, but what the heck? This is Uncensored.
Yeah, it is Uncensored. It absolutely is. So the publisher, that was another topic. You could wind in on anything if you want. Any topic you want. I hope that added him. Did that add, or did that hang up on? I don't. Yeah. All right. You. There it is. Boy, this Skype sucks ass.
Yeah. It's just.
That's why I give the call-in number and
Jeffrey on here shortly. So
yeah. Well,
got put on hold, so I guess I should go talk to him. I just thought I'd chime in.
All right.
The phone number up there, 803-339-2559. Call in, babes.
All right, I'll talk to you later, Cece. Thanks a lot for all you do, my friend.
We'll be following you. Get off the air about minute 58, huh?
All right, we'll do. All right, take it easy here. Yeah, we lost. Barry was trying to call. That's why I don't like Skype. That's why I give the actual call-in number, because this Skype, it screws things up. Wants to put people on hold when you go to take a call. Let's see. All right, Barry, I'm going to try to bring you back in here. See if that works. Oh, what a racket that is. Oh, I hate Skype. I really do. All right. So, anyways, I'm not going to waste my time with phone shit no more because it's just the Skype is enough. If you want to talk, 803-339-2559. Not doing Skype. Done with that. So, anyways, let's see here. Where did we leave off? All right. Well, young people, no relationships. Yeah, a lot of it's got to do with the apps and, of course, the education they get in school. You know, it's that's what most of it is. So half of them are confused. The other half are just going to get booty calls because that's what it's all about now. Just the booty call. Don't worry, they'll find a cure for AIDS. Don't worry about it. That's what I hear all the time. Oh, there'll be a cure. I'm not taking calls on Skype, folks. Barbara Streisand. How about that piece of work? What a piece of work she is. She says Michael Jackson's accusers were thrilled to be there, and his sexual needs were his sexual needs. Can you believe this, bitch? And look, I never use that kind of tone towards women, but this is no woman. Okay? She's no woman. This is no woman. This is a mental case. This is a Hollywood puppet. Barbara Streisand is under fire. She should be. She should be in the wood chipper for comments she made about two men accusing Michael Jackson of sexually assaulting them as children. Says I'm going to say this one more time, and then I'm going to get pissed off here. Matter of fact, I'm going to just shut it right the fuck down. There. Quit. Skype. Goodbye. All right, so the legendary singer and actress said that Wade Robinson and James Safechuck, what a name, Safechuck. He wasn't safe that day, was he? Whose allegations against the late king of pop resurfaced in a recent documentary, Leaving Neverland, where they said that we're thrilled to be there. That's what she says, that they said they were thrilled to be there and that what allegedly happened to them didn't kill. These are her words. She says, they are thrilled to be there and what allegedly happened to them didn't kill them. So what if they got screwed by Michael Jackson? You know, I'm not saying they did or didn't. I'm just saying, going by this. So what if they did? At least it didn't kill them. So it'll make them stronger because they've been probed. Streisand, 76, made the strange comments to British newspaper The Times in a piece out Friday in which she also said that Jackson's sexual needs were his sexual needs. In other words, so what? Go ahead, screw kids. That's okay. You know, that's your sexual needs. You piece of shit, you. What a piece of shit she is. Oh, my good Lord almighty. I tell you, I'm going to need therapy. She says she absolutely believes the allegations of abuse by both Robinson and Safechuck, but puts more blame on their parents than the gloved one. More blame on the parents than the gloved one. I wondered why he wore a glove. Didn't want to, I don't want to get nasty here, but Jesus, are you kidding me? So she blames the parents, and hey, the kids didn't die. They were happy to be there. I mean, they were excited. They were thrilled. You know, they wore that red coat and shit, and they were just thrilled to be there. Thrilled to get molested. Just and allegedly, I'll have to say, because there is no. I mean, he's not been convicted. But my thing isn't about whether he did it or not. My thing is about this Barbara shithead coming out and saying that, his sexual needs are his sexual needs. So what if he put on the Thriller coat and had a little fun with your son? Just sickening. Absolutely sickening. But, this is Hollywood. This is Hollywood. And that asshole over there at that publishing company, that's like, we gonna bring in Hollywood. No, the fuck we are. We ain't bringing in shit. Piss on Hollywood. Piss on all of Hollywood. I don't want them maggots anywhere near me. They're disgusting, vile creatures who violate every moral law there is. There is no morality with these people. They're sick. They shouldn't get a star in Hollywood. They should get a foot in their ass as they fall into the wood chipper, these people. It's disgusting. I'm sickened by it. Absolutely sickened by it. I remember my parents used to talk about Barbara Streisand. My father didn't like her. Never liked her. He used to always say, and I used to think, boy, he's just what a grumpy guy, right? He was right. These people are shit. Literal shit. Go ahead and look at the bottom of your shoe, and that's where you'll find them. That's where they belong, anyways. All right, let's go ahead and take a call. I'm going to go to Wisconsin. I think this is Jessica. Jessica, welcome.
Hello, Michael.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, okay. I'm doing all right. And the good news is here in Wisconsin, it is 50 degrees and sunny.
Awesome.
And very spring-like.
Well,
So,
we got 70 and sunny, so we're only 10 degrees hotter than you.
in a couple days, we're going to hit 60. So it's going to be nice.
That is
But
nice.
I wanted to say to you about Dumbo. This was like last year. I kept getting like messages from him and a couple other people stating, "Don't call in. You're boring, and Michael doesn't like you," and all
Really?
this other stuff.
Oh, yeah, well,
yeah.
that sounds about right from that asshole, because that's what he was doing a lot of shit behind my back. And so that's why I got every right to be pissed off. But yeah, that's not true. You know, I love your calls. And
Oh, of course. And our buddy Rascala, I kept telling him about what's going on. He goes, "Don't listen to him, call in." And I'm like, yeah, I know. Because this is, and what he did to you and to the network and to the people, I just still shocked.
yeah,
But-
I am a little too. But you know what? You are a woman, and he's got a history of being rotten to women. So that's probably, I'm going to take it that he don't like women. I don't know. That's why he probably didn't want you to call in, but I'm just throwing it
I
out
don't know.
there. Yeah.
You should have brought the wood chipper out.
Yeah, I would, but you know, his head's so hard, I don't know if the wood chipper's enough. You, you might have to run him through a cement mixer. That might be the only way.
Cement mixer, or the old medieval, they had the table on with the spikes and stuff.
Yeah.
You could put that on him, and then the electric chair.
Well,
You got
yeah, or we could
that.
hang him by his ears. They're big enough. Just hang him by those. But, all jokes aside, I mean, the guy was doing a lot of things behind the scenes that I was not aware of. And, and I had plenty of people come to me and complain, and I just thought that they were just pissed off because Ira was no longer running things. And people get attached. So I kind of ignored a lot of the comments I was getting from people because I thought, okay, they just don't like change. But I was wrong. I admit when I'm wrong, I was wrong. I found out for myself. And so, and now he's sorry, I'm going to release this. I don't give a shit what you release. Release whatever you want. You'll be lucky if the judge releases you next time you go to court, woman beater. So what are you going to do?
Oh, and the whole thing with Barbara Streisand, on a veteran's point of view, a lot of the Vietnam vets don't like her because she was against supporting them.
Oh, yeah.
Just like with Jane Fonda.
Oh, yeah. She's real garbage. I mean, this is what she said. As far now, I'm not judging Michael Jackson whether he did it or not. My thing is that her saying that, she thinks it did happen. She thinks it's okay that it happened, and it's not okay. And so, but this is the way they think in Hollywood. It's not just her; it's most of these Hollywood actors. And then the ones that don't, they keep their mouth shut because if they open it, their career's over. I know.
Or they get killed, or they get cancer, or
Yeah.
or AKs commit suicide, which you know for the fact that they killed them.
Oh yeah, a lot of suicide, and now they've got energy weapons. They could stop somebody's heart, very easily. They could do a lot of things and make it undetected. So,
and the thing about the AK documentary, the two boys, or I'm calling them boys, actually lied in oath, because back in 2005 they were at that trial and they lied.
Well, yeah, they said that nothing happened to them, and so they did lie under oath, and so then the question should be asked: well, why should anyone believe you now? And my thing is why did you wait till he's dead? I mean, why did you wait till he's dead? Why didn't you do it when he was able to, speak up himself? So,
and he, one of them was like 21 and one was like 25. So the thing is, though, is like, why you do this, like you said, when he's dead? Because we don't know. We can't get his side of the story, So technically, now there's two ways. He might have died, he might have not. We just don't know. And for me personally, this is what I think. I think since what I did, the studies and seeing his careers, both of their careers are down. They have no careers anymore. And so one of them wrote a book and now this documentary, and pretty much try to make money off of the state.
Well, at this point, it is about cash. I mean, whether it happened or not, they've decided, hey, well, it happened. We might as well make a little money off it now. And I would say at this point, it's too late. You had your chance. You were before the court, and you said nothing happened. So guess what? If it did, I think you're out of luck at this point. That's the way I see it. But that doesn't excuse Barbara dumbass for saying what she said. I don't know. Does she have any kids? Does she have kids?
I think she has.
God, I hope she didn't reproduce.
I don't know. I want to say she did have at least one kid, but I could be wrong. Well, I don't know.
I could tell you what, when I was 17 years old, we had a landlord once who stole the key to the room we were renting and thought he was going to get his cheap thrills, and guess what? We had him thrown right in jail. So, if you're, I've never been afraid of nothing in my life. I just, you take the punches as they come. But I would say, so yeah, they may have been afraid. Some are saying, maybe they were afraid to talk. Look, you got everything backing you up. I mean, I guess it's possible, but the fact of the matter is that now you're coming out how many years later? And then you got the maid coming out talking about it too. And, look, I don't think Michael Jackson was all that innocent, to be honest with you, but I can't convict him here because I don't know. I wasn't there. But I would guess that some things probably did go on. I don't know.
And if you look at some of these other interviews, like with his doctor, or one of the doctors, I don't know if there were so many of them, did interviews, but one of them said that Michael was actually chemically castrated, so by his father at the teenage years, like beginning of the 13, 12, to keep that high voice. And with having to see, what he said about his childhood, he was mentally ill, but yet he was a musical genius. So you just kind of go, well, it is what it is, and just pray that he didn't do it. But
I'd like to believe that he didn't do it. I really would. I'd like to think that he didn't do it because I like his music. I think he was a great artist, but I don't know. And listen, I've still got his music on my computers, and and I'm still going to run it. Look, he wasn't convicted. I mean, I'm not sticking up for him. I'm not convicting him. I don't know. Either way, I will say that, like I say, with these guys, I think they waited too long. I mean, I don't know why now. It's, I think what's HBO or who was it that did this documentary? Well, what was offered? I'd like to
HBO.
know what there was to gain, and then I can make a more solid decision on that. But I think their chance came and went personally. So, and what about these other? Then you got the Home Alone kid who says that nothing like that ever happened. So I don't know. It's who knows? I think their opportunities passed though.
It is. And I think, let the man rest in peace. Just come on.
No, I know.
I support, I love Michael Jackson. Everyone knows on this show. So I support, and people call me naive. Well, then, so what? Call me naive. Because he was a musical genius.
If we convicted people before they're proven in, I mean, look at Donald Trump. I mean, look, we could have just assumed he was guilty. Out of hell with the trial, just throw, impeach him. I mean, this could go any of us. I mean, all of us would like our fair chance to prove our innocence. And I will say, when you are rich and powerful, and like he was, you are a target. I've known a lot of people who've got money who say the lawsuits never end. It's like every day. I think even Alex Jones said, he says that every day everybody and anybody is suing you because they're all trying to get money from you, and it's true. It's like, that's why I'm kind of glad I'm not rich. They'd be. I'm sure it would happen to me too.
And look at with our president. I mean, they are trying to do in their own power to get rid of him, and I think he's backed up by the angels up there, because no other president has gone the way that he had to take a beating from these dipshits.
Well, everything they try backfires on him. Every corner he turns, he's smiling, and I'm glad. It's because he's doing the right thing. I've supported him from the start, and I don't apologize for that, and I never will. I think he's gonna, when it's all said and done, and I'd call it now, but when it's all said and done, he's gonna go down as the greatest president ever. And that's just, I don't care who likes it and who don't. If you don't agree with his policy, I'd like someone to tell me, what don't you agree with? You don't want people working? You want everyone on welfare like under Obama? What are you against? You don't want him to make these other countries pay their fair share? You don't want him to hold China accountable for screwing us so much? I mean, what are you against? You don't want our borders protected? I don't. You want TSA to fill everyone up, but you don't want the border protected. So I don't see what are they against? I don't get it. They want sanctuary cities? Well, get the hell out of my country then. You can go somewhere where there are places where they let everybody just come in. Oh, look at Merkel did that. How'd that work out for them? So I'm just saying. But anyways,
I think it's against good and evil, like Peter says. It's against good and evil. And right now we're on that line, teetered back and forth, and a lot of people, first of all, are pretty much brainwashed for how many years now? And second of all, you got all these 5G, these 4G waves coming in, and everything else coming in.
Yeah,
and
it's gonna get better.
And then also what's in our food and our water and everything that's going on. I mean, we're really fighting. Like, we're in a war.
Yeah.
And a lot of people agree. And we just got to keep fighting. And we got to stand behind each other instead of fighting against each other. And that's the sick part, that people don't want to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Jessica, listen, I thank you for calling in. I do have one more call I want to get to, and I'm running out of time. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. Always love your calls, and I think you know that. So.
Oh, of course, and I am glad that you got rid of Dumbo and we got our network back. And thank you. And try to enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Oh, I'm gonna.
And don't let numb dipshits get to you, because no. So, all right, have a good one. Bye.
All right, you too, Jessica. Thank you for the call. Yeah, and then he says he says I'm not gonna. He says on Facebook. I only know this because somebody put it in my face when I block these people, so I don't have to hear this bullshit. And then they give it to me anyway, so I see. But then he says, I'm not going to promote you like you want me to. Why would I want your loser ass promoting me? You are a loser. An absolute 100% loser. Anyone who hits a well, you're no man. You're a mouse. I don't need you. You needed me. And now I've shown you who the man is. You're just a punk ass. That's all you are. So, and by the way, this is it. I'm not bringing up his dipshit ass. After this next step, I filed for a class action. I want to get these other publishers or authors rather involved that want to get involved, and we'll take it there. So I'm done with the talk. We ain't gonna talk no more there, Dumbo. All right, so let's take our last call here. Let's go to Cleveland, Ohio. This is Barry, I think. Barry, welcome.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Michael. I hope you and your family are indeed well. In regards to that, I'll back you in that in a heartbeat. But anyways, going back, okay, 1978, I was 14 years old, freshman in high school. I was fortunate enough to be in a parochial school, same school that Phil Donahue graduated with or at, and had the same government teacher, him, and along with the announcer for The Price is Right, he graduated from our high school. But anyways, back in the late 70s, early 80s, you lived in Cleveland, right? So now, you lived on the west side of Cleveland or east side. Now, they swapped you out, man. I don't know what your number was. All of a sudden, hey, guess what? Your kid gets bussed over to the east side. Your kid on the east side gets bussed over to the west side. It was horrifying. Why would you do that? Can you imagine, okay, I want to raise my kids here, and all of a sudden your number comes up. It's kind of like Vietnam.
Yeah.
Oh, your kid gets bussed over to the east side. Really? Hey, look, I'm paying taxes here on the west side. I want my kid to go to school here, and now my kid's getting bussed over the east side? And that's the way it was here in Cleveland, man. It was horrible.
Well, they were doing it in Rochester, too. When I was in high school, they were doing it there, too. You were getting kids bussed in. There's something about they wanted to have so many white students and so many black students in each school.
Yeah.
And so they fight so hard right then to do, I guess, what they thought was the right thing. And now you've got these idiots who are fighting so hard to segregate everybody. You just can't win. When it's one, they fight for the other. It's like, I wish people would just get on the ball and wake up. But yeah, it was bad. They'd bring a lot of kids in from other neighborhoods into, and they were, of course, they'd skip school, trash everywhere. It was horrible. They should let these kids go to the schools they're near.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a 5-card draw. Well, hey, gee, I give up 3 cards. Okay. You give up 3 cards. However, the other person gets a chance to draw 4. Oh, still hold yours. Let me take a look at mine. Oh, I'm going to draw again and give up these cards. You feel like you're on up against a fence. Really? Who's dictating all this stuff, man?
I know. I was fortunate growing up. I went to just 3 schools. I went to 40 school, then 41 school, and then John Marshall High School. And I was able to walk to all those schools. So I never had to get on those school buses. Yeah. And I'd go home for lunch a lot of times. Didn't have to sit and eat the cafeteria garbage. But, I was fortunate. A lot of other kids, they get bussed into another neighborhood. They're stuck. They can't do anything.
Good heavens. John Marshall. It's right down our first house we had purchased in 1990 when the kids were babies. Now, they're all full grown, but we live just down the road. John Marshall is just I think there's one in every city. But anyways, no, that was one of those premier schools where that unfolded, and then It's like, well, we live in a not so bad side of the west side of Cleveland, but oh man,
Yeah.
I don't want to go where I want to go. I'm not gonna do it. But anyways, you had a watch. It's like, man, really, where did these people come from, man? We live on the west side, and all of a sudden the east siders are coming over here. Oh, we got problems, man. We got problems. Why do you think I moved here to begin with? Now we got freaking problems.
Well, listen, those people who are in charge, it's important that they do, that the problems are created because they want to have the solutions and they want you to pay for those solutions. So, look at New York. They're getting taxed so damn bad. People are running out of that damn state. It's just, it's,
right.
And taxed for what? So your kid go to school and get stabbed? And so
right.
It's just it's horrible. But we're running out of time here, my friend.
Right.
Anything else?
Gotcha. All right, brother. Real quick, man. Back when I was in high school, I'll tell you what, those teachers plumbed you up immediately, man. From 78 to 82, you got out of line, you got the shit slapped out of you. Game over, done like a dinner. There was no, hey, Mom and Dad, the teacher slapped the shit out of me. Guess what? Now you're in for a double-ass weapon. How does that grab you by your snatch? Yeah, right. All right. Good enough, Michael. Thanks for grabbing my call. Game over. And great show. And tail it off, man.
All right. Thanks a lot, my friend. I appreciate it. Thank you for the call. And, boy, I remember, growing up, high school, it was, I didn't like school. I just, it was boring to me. I got real bored real easy in school. And so it was just one of those things. Write this, write that. Like, even with do the long division, work it all out. It's like, I would just do it, give the answers. Like, that wasn't good enough. I want to see the work. It's like, I'd stare at the clock most of the time. Couldn't wait to get out of there. These teachers were boring as hell. They'd put some 60, 70-year-old woman or man in the front of the class who'd make retarded jokes all day about how stupid the kids are. And, and it's just, I don't know, wasn't interested in that. Let's talk about things that mattered. You know what I did? I did like science and I did like social studies. Then I found out that a lot of the history they were teaching was bullshit. And so, but I enjoyed it at the time. But yeah, school was I found it very boring. I can say that now because my kids are grown. So, most of them are grown. So, and, you hear that. Well, you can't get along nowadays. You got to have so much. It's so hard these days. They've made it so hard on these young people. And anyways, well, I'm about out of time, folks. That's going to do it for us. Up next is Jeffrey Boyd. And that show's produced by CC. We thank you. Rascala will be live tonight. He's a trooper. I mean, he's like Donald Trump. You can't bring this guy down. And hey, have at it, Rascala. Just keep your blood pressure down. All right, buddy. But with that, I want to thank each and every one of you, wherever it is you may be, wherever that is. Thank you and have a great afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and thank you for listening. Good night, everybody. I'm sorry. Good day, everybody.